So in this video is most likely a reaction video. So I was sleeping last night and the AC decided to give me problems. And in this video, I'm gonna make this video to show you guys how to fix a air condition on one of the issues. I was not reading. I put the air condition on the coolest, which is 16. I look outside, there's ice on the line. I say refrigerant, it will make ice. Why it is low on refrigerant means it has a leak. So it don't need a top up. That means it have a leak somewhere in the system. And today I'm going to show you how to identify this leak, because you could see my eyes. I ain't get proper sleep, right? Right, so the air condition is currently right here, and you can see immediately that we have ice is building up in the AC. Right, so you could see the line. Right, you could see it here. Right, so we have the gauge right here, so we're going to use the blue side, which is the blue hose, and connect it right here. Right, so we're gonna identify gas pressure. There is approximately, it's saying here, 50 psi. So I don't know if you can see it, 50 to 45 psi on the blue gauge. So that means it's really low on gas, which is supposed to be max 125, 120. Right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna shut down the unit and dismantle it, spray some soap water, and find the leak. Right, so mainly the leak comes from the edge of the air condition, the edges. So you see what this is here? It's wet, so mainly most likely the leak is probably in this area. So if it has an edge leak, it will spray on the coil and it's going to look like oil stain to identify the issue. Right, so we're going to go and make some soap water and get some tools. So we have some soap water here. It's normal squeezy in a bottle to spray the edges to see if anything is spraying. We have our MAPP gas. We have our torch to well, and we have our sticker rod, and we have a drill for faster movements. We have a pair of gloves, and to get through some of the creases, we have a small boy Phillips head screwdriver. Right, so we shut down the unit. The unit has no power, and we're gonna scrap the unit. You. Right, so I'm gonna show you what this small boy is for. So this small screwdriver is like for the back here where you can't reach. Alright, it should have one here too. Right, so the main goal is to take out the screws from on top the cover. Once you take out the top, then you work around to the body. Right, you work around. Right, once you work around to the body, you can lift off the cover. Once you take off the cover, you'll be able to get to the sides, right, which is here. We gotta take off these two screws here, right. Right, once we get that part done, we are going to do this part now. Right, once that is done, right, since the unit has a bit of age, it's gonna be difficult to take out these two screws, but we could work around that. Right, so I'm going to try the torch and heat the screw and see if it's going to work. So we're going to open up gas, turn on the fire. Right, right, so this is the unit here. It could do with a bit of painting, a little sanding, painting, to, you know, make the body a little stronger. But I identify all of this in the class, but this video is just a short video on how to repair your AC from a leak. Right, so when I get this soap water and spray them up. Right, so you see the edges here, most likely these are the edges that does leak, and inside here as well, those are the edges that does leak. All the edges had a check, but we're gonna do this side here because I did previous work on this before already, like here, 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 and here. Right, so we get our soap water and we are going to spray the edges and see if we can identify the leak. Right, so I guess the leak right, so you could see it bubbling right here. So that's where it make it spray. I double check some more to see any problems. Right, so I guess it's just here. Right, so it's here has the leak and it's look good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a piece of sandpaper right here and sand it and weld it. Right, so we're gonna scrape the mark. Scrape it so I could come back and make sure I find it. Right, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7th one. The next hole bust out here. 7th one. Great. 2 holes. Right. So what we're gonna do is discharge the remaining gas. By opening out the gauge, we're letting out the remaining pressure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th one we're working on. Right, so I get a little piece of sandpaper here. Sandpaper very small. Just smallest piece of sandpaper is.
I tried busting. As I started sweat. And what is going with the salt from the sweat? Yeah, that was causing that there friction.
Right, so
And so you can smell it. Ah.
right, so it's sand properly. Right, so the gas is released. There's nothing in the system, and we're going to weld it now. Right, so we have the sticker rod here, and we have the gas. So this is the map gas, this is the torch, this is the rod. So you just turn on, you let some gas come out, then you press the igniter, minimum heat. Huh? Yeah. Alright, that should be good there. Alright, so that should be good there. Like cool down for itself. When that cool down, we're gonna put back gas in the system and that should be fine. Yeah, so we're gonna connect up the gas to the gauge and do just a quick flush here. So we're gonna just purge the little gas in the system to put some soap water to make sure it well properly. Right, so it's slack. So what we're gonna do here, do for this one. Right, so this is our tank of gas, which is the pink one, the R410E. We're gonna use this because that is what is required for the unit. If you look at the label here, it's gonna say the rating of the gas, which is R410E. Now this is just a quick demonstration. This is my unit. I am going to use this so we're gonna do, I have no vacuum, so we're just gonna purge the system out. This is really not recommended, but this is my video. This is just a demonstration to show you guys that anybody could fix the AC by any means necessary. And right, so with all the professional tools, but the right thing to do is put a vacuum pump. But we're just gonna purge the system out. We're gonna crack the valves, the discharge valve. We're gonna crack the discharge valve, right? Crack the discharge valve, purge it, and then we're gonna lock it back quick. Right, gas, etc. Right, so we're going to Mount up the unit now. Check for leak one more time.
She done go by that. She done go by that man and get caught up.
Check for leak one more time.
She working on by the gear.
Right. Check for leak one more time. It good. Mount up back the unit.
I like that spirit too, you know, that is spirit. Anytime I try to do it,
I telling ya, that true thing. I no lie. Every time you're trying to do good. Huh? Yeah, that's all. Alright, so you mount it back. Yeah, boy. I don't see heat. I don't see heat.
The vibe of the desert. If I set a new characters, then I got man antisocial thing. I don't like new friends. Look, I man know it's too much mind game. Because that's so you see doing some painting.
Yeah.
I know for next soup deli, you know, $76 for a bowl of soup.
Yeah, boy. Where you open that?
My caramba.
Soup selling, no?
Huh?
I say soup selling.
Oh.
Yeah, I see that mixing scene.
Sometimes I might throw that piece of concrete stick on the car. Yeah, let's see man can look down. Say what you think they make?
Wait, here? Nice small thing.
Samuel, let's get to do tomorrow.
What is that? What you talking about?
So small well and fit to do.
Welding on what?
Car.
Me had that kind of torch?
No,
that
what
welding
torch,
plan.
right? That's the big plan working, right?
To weld that?
Yeah, you don't know welding plan. You welding no car.
Instead well kind of patch material.
Patch, no, man, just be making the bike and thing on it.
Right, so we put in gas in the system and we're going up to 125 psi.